happen.
All right, let's get this one underway by going to the tail of the tape. We'll tell you a little bit about the size of these men. They're big guys. Larry Donald at 6'4", you'll see, is 3 inches taller. He's 38 pounds heavy at 253 to 215. He's 5 years older, so he needs to get it done in a hurry now at age 33, and an 81-inch reach, a 10-inch advantage over Mark Bradley. And then you see it in the metric system. And now we'll take a look at the rules, and this one will be the championship rules, and they'll be the unified rules. 10-point must scoring system, no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule now in this fight. Only the referee can stop the fight, and a fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round, including the final round. We're ready to go with the heavyweight main event of the evening, exclusively on DirecTV. Take it away, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we present our featured bout of the evening, we ask your attention at this time as we pause for a solemn moment as we recognize the loss of one of our own in the boxing fraternity as whole. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Jackie Gaughan's Plaza Hotel and Casino in downtown Las Vegas, Nevada, as it's time for our featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Don King Productions and DirecTV. This bout coming your way is sanctioned by the North American Boxing Organization. Supervisor in attendance is Rudy Paz, along with the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The chairman is Dr. Elias Ghanem. Commissioners Amy Ayub, Glenn Carano, Lorenzo Fertitta, and Dr. Luther Mack, with the executive director Mark Ratner. Our 3 judges at ringside, Bill Graham, Patricia Jarman Manning, and Jerry Roth, and our referee in charge of this bout, Richard Steele. All right, fans, here we go with the NABO Heavyweight Championship. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world on DirecTV, live from the Plaza Hotel and Casino, it's time for the main event of the evening. Introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing blue trunks with white trim, hailing from Owensboro, Kentucky. He weighed in at 215 pounds. His record stands at 12 wins, 2 losses, with 8 of his wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mark, the Mark of Excellence, Bradley. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the red corner in this 12-round attraction, wearing white trunks and fighting out of his home of Cincinnati, Ohio. He weighed in at 253 pounds with an outstanding record of 36 wins, only 1 loss, 1 draw, with 21 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the former NABO heavyweight champion, currently ranked the number 4 heavyweight in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Larry, the Legend Donald. Once again, Richard Steele is our referee in charge. 12 rounds of championship boxing scheduled.
Okay, I spoke to both fighters in the dressing room. Caution again, obey my commands at all times. Shake hands and good luck.
All right, so we're all set to go as Richard Steele tells them to touch him up. Larry Donald should be able to outclass this guy. Larry looks in terrific shape. The things we're looking for from Larry Donald now to see if he's improved on his power as he did in his last fight. We saw him about a year or so ago fighting in Minnesota, and he looked the best I've seen him in a long time, throwing more right hands. Bradley now is going to be very cautious in the early going against this big, strong guy that he's in there against. Bradley, the pride of Owensboro, Kentucky, and he knows all his buddies are watching him, and he wants to shine tonight, too. Back on his heels, trying to stay away from the great big guy. Donald, don't forget, is 3 inches taller and a lot heavier. Larry showing some quickness on his feet, too, as Bradley continues to backpedal. So far, Bradley not doing too much here at all, but trying to stay away from this guy and maybe drag him into some later rounds, Carl.
Well, Larry's coming out now. He's coming out stronger. He's a real fit 253 pounds. And I tell you what, he's got a lot of power behind that weight. And if he can nail the shot, he can probably put Mr. Bradley away. And that's why he's probably trying to be evasive right now.
Nice left hook cracks the right ear of Bradley. And there's some power there with the right hand right on top of the left cheekbone. High in the cheekbone. They caught him good. Straight right hand by Larry. Larry digs to the head again. He wants to come downstairs and go to the body, but instead he bounces that left jab off the forehead again, looking to land the big, powerful right hand to stop this guy in the first round, is what Donald would like to do. He says, I don't know, Bradley, I don't know too much about him, but I'm not going to fool around with anybody because I'm on a mission to try and fight for a world title in the next year or so. I'm 33 years old. I need to do it in a hurry. Now, I know, Carl, you made a very, very good comment earlier about the size the new breed of heavyweights. We get guys starting with the heavyweight champion Lennox Lewis up there in the 240, 250 range. Larry's in that area where his weight is definitely a factor in that it will help him in size in fighting these, what I call the super heavyweight guys now.
This new prototype heavyweight that Michael Grant, 6'8", Larry Donald, 6'4.5". So you got some big guys out there.
A lot of, even David Tua is carrying 230 pounds now. Tyson would be one of the small heavyweights, but of course his punch offsets that. So, but these are the guys that Larry Donald wants to get a shot at. And of course Evander still has 1 or 2 more fights. He'd like to get one more shot and win a world title before he retires. And you never know with Evander because he's such a bionic trainer. He got caught him pretty good with a right hand that time.
Right. Like you made a very valid point about Evander, because at one point the whole world thought he was over, and next thing you know, bing, he's the undisputed champion of the world by dominating Mike Tyson.
Right, step back, step back.
This is round 1. Larry Donald in the white trunks. He's ranked number 4 in the world, the number 4 heavyweight contender. Straight left hand again. And again, he'd be the lesser known, even though he was an Olympic medalist, he'd be the lesser known of the big heavyweights. But look at this shot here. Digging shot to the nice right hand, cracks him on the jaw. He hangs on, though. Does